Hello, how are you doing today? Snail on the pole. What we got going on in the kitchen? Cooking up a little drill beat. Since it's St. Patrick's Day, I figured, hey, why not? I got a couple facts for you today, since it's St. Patrick's Day, and I figure since I'm making an Irish beat, hey. About 1 million tourists a year go to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day, the only time of year where the laws on public intoxication are bent. St. Patrick was from Wales around 386. Captured as a slave in Ireland, he later returned as a missionary for Christianity. Ireland was the first country to legalize gay marriage. The national symbol is not a shamrock. It is the harp, the instrument. I bet you didn't know Halloween originated in Ireland. It was a Celtic festival called the Samhain. It was to ward off unwelcome guests. Samhain translates to the darker half, and also for the beginning of winter. More Nigerians drink Guinness than Irish. Today I have a cathedral-style choir, Irish Gaelic sample that I'm using to make a drill beat. I'm gonna put that up in the Fruity Loops studio. I'm gonna show you some little things I did inside of that, and yeah, let's get in the kitchen, cook up. Alright, let's get into it. So for my intro, I got like this little scenic kind of setting. It's like the coastline of Ireland, whatever it's supposed to say. So, the first thing, let's get into my sample. So I'll put my sample in. That's fine, I already have it on my file. I got this little Irish kind of jig. That's where I pretty much got my. And this is one thing I learned with sampling, kind of how to chop. This is pretty much how I chop. So say something like this. So I'll chop. Oh, here, make sure we're on line. So I will go up here and hit this thing, the magnet line, and then you can go over here. I'll keep on that line, get a straight line. Pencil, right click. So please do something like that. And if you go into here, there's different resampling. So if you make sure you click and have this highlighted, and then you can go over here, and there's different, basically the way it fades in and out of your cuts. So I usually use smooth unless it's too smooth, because it does kind of extend it out a bit. let's see if you go down here. My end of my sample's right here, but it will gradually bend it out. But watch when I go to a dip. So I did smooth. If you do generic, it's very, very minute. Transient bleeding, I'm not quite too sure. And then you just have your cut. I like using smooth. You have to try different ones depending on your sample, depending on your spectrum of noise and all that. Just sometimes it'll start clicking and you got 0 crossfade, so that's hold on straight. So see how it doesn't click? But you have to go in and find your tempo that you want it at, and you have to do correct cuts and kind of get lined up, and that right there gives you somewhat of a a smooth transition between your cuts. And then I took another sample and I use that for the chorus or what have you. With middle, let me show you my plugins that I have on that chorus middle, just to kind of bring out some of the noise. Of course, my parametric, I took some of the lows out because it was almost too much, and I increased the highs, middle high here. I use Maximus just to kind of fill out my spectrum of noise. Fruity reverb, add reverb. And fruity balance. This is for some of the areas, like I was saying earlier, when you're using that resample and with the cut tool and all that, sometimes you still get clicks, or you may want just minute parts of your sample in areas without it even attaching to anything else. So I'll use the resample and a fruity balance, and I'll automate this volume so I can get it in and out on a track. And I think I did that somewhere around here maybe. Oh yeah. But that'll help. Between those two, I'm sure there's many other ways to sample and to glue stuff. My 808s. Down here I have this fun slide pattern. This kind of gives me that drill, that north side, I guess New York, I don't know where that style is really necessarily from. Just gives it that real hardcore hype up, kind of transitioning within your bass. And then I got 2 layers of hi-hats, which I've messed with the volume very precisely, so, and I have some quick rolls with it and all of that too. Got my kick with my volume automation clip that goes into my 808, so my kick crisp. Yeah, I didn't even really do much to this sample. I just scrunched it and then I used a patcher to like bring out the sound a little more, so it's all up in your face, yo. Check out this nice sweatshirt a friend of mine got me, called a drug rug. Funny enough. Don't do drugs, they're not good. And you just got to go and critique it, have fun with it. And if I get rid of the beat or whatever, or send it off to somebody, I'll probably make more room for vocals, because in some areas are very full all the way across the equalization. Drops and some other things. Unless somebody can ride on that. Probably so. Just got a very heavy middle tone, so the full song and full finished format at the end of the videos. So you can give it a listen, check it out, vibe, freestyle, whatever you do, listen to it in your whip, I don't know. Keep it rocking and rolling, stay creative, stay on Pope.